This is R.D. Sharma Solution, Class 12. Functions exercise is 2.3. So here we have question number 1, where we have to find out the Fogg and Goff. And here we have around 9 parts. So in order to find the Fogg and Goff, we have to find out whether they are possible or not. So please understand very carefully. If one function is fx, the other function is gx. For example, here fx is e to the power x, gx is log x, base is e. So we'll find out the domain and range of both of them. Domain range. Then the range of one should be the subset of domain of the other. And likewise, I'll tell you how. E to the power x. Let me take you to a website where we can find all the domain and ranges so that we get all the, because various questions are coming. Okay, log x. And log x is 0 to infinity. This is the domain. So there will be no negative value, but the range is all the value, negative infinity to infinity. The domain is 0 to infinity and range is negative infinity to positive infinity. That is all the real number. Real number is always negative infinity to positive infinity. That is all the possible numbers. E to the power x, what is the domain and range? There is one more question coming. Let me show you that question so that when we go to that question, you have the base to understand it. This is e to the power x. What all value you can put in x is the domain, and what all value e to the power x can give you is the range. So let me take you again. It is same as e to the power x because it's exponential function only. So negative infinity to infinity is your domain and range is 0 to infinity. The domain and range of log x and e to the power x are inverse to each other. So the domain will be negative infinity to infinity, range will be from 0 to infinity. Okay. Now if you want to find out Fogg, so always when we take two functions operation, first we take the domain of first one and range of second one. Then the range of the second one should be the subset of the first one. That is, a range of G should be the subset of the domain of F. Negative infinity. So real number. They both are same. So there will be subset. Every set is subset of itself. Okay. So f of gx is going to be, gx is what? Just put gx as whole function. That is log x. So gx is log x. This is f. Now take this log x and put it inside your f function. That is e to the power. In place of x, you are going to replace log base ex. So e gets cancelled. In theory, I already told you that this function will become e to the power log base. If it is e, then it will become x only. Now we are going to find out Goff. Same thing you have to check first. What do you have to check? The range of f should be the subset of the domain of G. So 0 to infinity is the subset of 0 to infinity. Yes, it is, because they both are same. So Goff and Fogg both are possible. Here Goff is also possible. G of fx. What is fx here? E to the power x. What is G? That is log base e, and this is x. So log e to the power x. I am replacing x by e to the power x. E gets cancelled. You know this by theory. And this is x. Now same thing in the second one. Fx equals x square. Gx is equal to cos x. So first we'll find out the domain and range. So in fx you can put any value. So domain will be all the values which are possible. Whenever I am talking about real number, please understand I am talking about negative infinity to positive infinity. What is the range? Because it is x squared. Always positive value is going to come. Always. So 0 to infinity will be the range. Coming to gx. So domain will be, x can have any value. So it will be a real number. What about range? It will be negative 1 to positive 1. Cos x, sin x, all these. See here. This is sin x, cos x. Okay. See here. Sin x, cos x both have negative. All the real numbers as domain and range will always be negative 1 to 1 and negative 1, 1 are included. Now coming to Goff. g of fx. The range of f should be the subset of d. So the range 0 to infinity is coming under R. So it is correct. 0 to infinity is coming under R. Okay. Gof will be there. G of fx. Now take fx to totally x square and put it in gx. That is, put x square in place of x in cos x. So cos x square will be there. This is your gof. Coming to fog. Now the range of g should be subset of domain of f of gx. Gx is what? Cos x. Now put this cos x whole inside the place of x in x square. So as I told you, that the range of g should be the subset of the domain of f. In this all questions, you need to be very aware of the domain and range. If you are not aware, you won't be able to solve the question. So just go back and please revise the domain and range of all the different functions. Okay. So now cos square x, as I told you, this is the final answer. This is third part. Fx is mod x and gx is sin x. Fx is mod x, modulus x, or you can say absolute value of x, and gx is your sin x. So let me I'll give you the idea of sin x first. Domain is all the values. Range, as I already told you, -1 to 1, which is inclusive. Both are inclusive. See here, -1 to 1. Domain is all real number. Range is only -1 to 1. Fx is mod x. You can put any value. Doesn't matter. But the range will always be positive value because it is a modulus function. Modulus function gives you positive value always. It will be, just put positive. That is 0 to infinity you can write, or r plus you can write like this. Now coming to fog. Now the range of g should be the subset of the domain of f. So see here, -1, 1 is the subset of real number. So fog is possible. F of gx, fog is possible. So gx is sin x, put it inside fx, that is here mod of sin x. You just have to replace this x with gx in fx. So this is absolute value. Coming to gof. So the range of f should be the domain of g. Range of f should be domain of g. Okay, so it is also there. 0 to infinity is the subset of R. That is the real number. This is real number. Because real number negative infinity to infinity. Real number is 0 to in negative infinity to infinity, and this is 0 to infinity. So 0 to infinity is already coming in minus infinity to infinity. So g of fx, take fx which is mod x and put it inside gx which is sin x. So in place of x, put mod x. G of mod x. So just put it here, sin of, in place of x, put mod x. So this is your answer. So let me just clear it because I was telling you about e to the power x. Okay, fx is x plus 1 here. Domain will be all the values. Range will also be all the values. And here we have gx, e to the power x. We already seen that the domain, and what is the range? A to the power x, just see a to the power x. A to the power x, e to the power x, same thing. Domain is all the real number and range is your 0 to infinity, that is all the positive real numbers. Okay, now see here, if gof is possible, the range of f should be the subset of g. The range of f should be the domain of g. So this is, R is the subset of R. R is the subset of R because the range of f is R. Domain of g is R. Real number. Now coming to fog, f of gx. The range of g should be the subset of domain of f. 0 to infinity is the subset of R. It is there. So let us take g of fx. Fx is x plus 1. Put it here, e to the power x plus 1. This is your gof. Now fog, f of gx. Gx is e raise x. Now put it here, e to the power x plus 1. This is the fifth one. Fx is sine inverse x and gx is x square. So let me just give you this sine inverse x. What is the domain and range of sine inverse x? So sine inverse x, let me just give you an idea. This is very important because my answer will be different and the R.D. Sharma answer is different. So just be very careful about understanding. Fx is sine inverse x. Domain is, domain is your negative 1 to 1. You know that sine x can only take value negative 1 to 1. Can give value. So it is sine inverse x. So domain and range of sine x and sine inverse x will be different. Range will be negative pi by 2 to pi by 2. We have already learned, I have already shown you the graph in the theory. Gx is x square. So domain can be any value, whatever value you want to give, but the range will always be a positive value. You will always get a positive value, so 0 to infinity will be there. Okay, first we have to find out fog. Fog, the range of G should be the subset of domain of F. So 0 to infinity is a subset of negative 1 to 1. Is it there? 0 to infinity is not a subset of negative 1 to 1. So this is not possible. But in your R.D. Sharma, in various solution, Bayus and Vedantu and all these solutions, if you see, they are already given the solution. So first is the range of 0 to infinity should be the subset of domain of fx, which is not there. So in my opinion, fog is not possible. But since the answer is being solved in your book, R.D. Sharma, so I'm just giving you an idea how they solved it. Just put x square in place of sine inverse x square in place of x, you get sine inverse x square. Okay. Now coming to GOF, G of fx. Negative pi by 2, is it a subset of R? Yes. In the real number, negative pi by 2 and pi by 2 comes. G of fx. So G of fx, which is sine inverse x. Now put here sine inverse, this x is sine inverse x whole squared. Okay, this is possible. GOF is possible. Now the sixth one. Fx is x plus 1, gx is sine x. So I hope you'll be able to do it. Log x, f of gx. So just sine x, take sine x in place of x. So sine x plus 1. Now GOF x, take fx, which is x plus 1, put it in the place of x in sine x. So you get sine x plus 1. So this is the domain and range. You just have to check, and I already do. Let me just give you an idea brief about this domain range, which is important. Solution will not be very difficult. Domain is real number, range is real number, all the values you can put. But gx sin x, domain will be all the real number, no problem with that. But the range will be negative 1 to 1 to 1. If you see here, the range of G is the subset of domain of F, which is there, and range of F is the subset of G, domain of G. This is quite a straightforward question because the domain and range both are real number for both of these fx and gx. So domain and range, domain is real number, range is real number. Here also domain is real number, range is real number. So this is real. The same set is always the subset of itself. So fog x is take gx to x plus 3, put it inside in place of x plus 1. GOF x, so g of fx. So take x1, put it inside x in place of 2x plus 3. So 2 into x plus 1 plus 3. So 2x plus 5 will come. Now we have question number 8. So there is a constant function fx equals c. So domain will not be a problem because all value you can put. X you can put any value. It doesn't matter, but you can. Domain will be any value. But the range will always be only one value, which is c, and c is a constant value which is already being given that it belongs to a real number set. Coming to sin x square. The domain is what? Any number you put. But the range will always be negative 1 to 1. Negative 1 to 1. So now negative 1, 1 is the subset of R. A constant value which is already inside R is a subset of R. So fog and Gauss both are possible. So let us find out fog and Gauss. So G of f, G of fx. So fx you take as C, which is a constant value, and put it inside Gx. That is in place of x in sin x square, put C. So you have sin C square, Gauss. Now coming to fog, f of Gx. F of Gx. So Gx is sin x square, and sin x square, take this and put it inside fx. But in fx, it is always a constant value. So you put whatever, it will always give you a constant value. So only C will come. Next is the ninth one, which is fx equals x square plus 1. Gx is 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 6. So it is important to understand the domain and range. We can use directly 1 minus 1 by 1 minus x. Fx is x square plus 1. Domain is all the real number. But the range, just wait, I'll just tell you, okay? Range is right now, let me take it as R. But I'll tell you it is not R. I'll just change it. Gx is 1 minus 1 by 1 minus x. If you want to solve it, you can solve it. Or it is clearly being seen that whatever value you want to put, x cannot be of 1. Otherwise, it will be 1 by infinity, which is 1 by 0, which is undefined. Anything divided by 0 is undefined. So if you want to solve it, it will be 1 minus x by 1 minus x minus 1 by 1 minus x. It is negative x by 1 minus x. You can multiply numerator and denominator by negative 1. It is going to be x by x minus 1. In the same case, x cannot be positive 1. Okay. I told you already when I was telling you about that there will be no possibility of 0 in the denominator. We have to avoid that situation. The domain is all the real number except what? Because range, they see, domain of G is, you cannot put a 1 here. So all the real number except 1 is the domain. Clear? All the domain values are minus 1. What is the range? Range is what? The range is any value will come. All value will come. So now take the x square plus 1, because right now the range of f is not the subset of domain of G. Now I'm changing it, x square plus 1. So now you put any value, every value is possible, domain is alright, range. But the range will be what? If you put value from negative infinity to infinity, because it is already x square, even if you put 0 or negative value, it will always be a positive value because it is x square. And since it is 2, it will not start with 0, it will start with 2. So I am saying that it will always be a positive number and plus 2. So always it will start with 2, and it goes up to infinity, because negative value won't come because it is x square. X square can never give you a negative value because it is negative 1 whole square is positive value. So range is all the real number except 1. And okay, see, now if you want to find out the fog, so the range of G is a subset of domain of R, it is okay. If you want to find Gauss, the range of f is the domain of G, because it is negative infinity to infinity. Only 1 is not there in the domain, but the range is from 2 to infinity. I am saying range is all the real number for G. We have discarded 1. But range of f is 2 to infinity, which is already ahead of it. So it is a subset. So fog and Gauss both are possible. I hope you got the idea. So I am clearing it. Just remember x by x minus 1. So f of gx is, if you remember, it was x by x minus 1, if you remember. Just do it again. You will do it. I multiplied negative 1 by myself just because I don't want a negative in the numerator. So x by x minus 1 it will be. Okay. So x by x minus 1, you have to put it inside fx. So x by x minus 1 whole square plus 2, and you'll be able to solve it. You can keep it like that only. So this is x square by x minus 1 whole square, or 1 minus x whole square, whichever you want, plus 2. Now coming to GOF, g of fx. The g of fx will give you what? Fx is x square plus 2. And just put it inside g. So 1 minus 1 by 1 minus x. 1 minus x square minus 2. That is going to be negative x square negative 2, negative 1. That will be minus x square minus 1. Minus x square minus 1. So this is 1 by, and what we can do here is, because we have negative in the denominator, we can multiply negative 1 numerator denominator. That will make the 1 minus as 1 plus. I am saying you have denominator as negative x square minus 1, multiply numerator denominator by negative 1, because the negative will become positive. So 1 by 1 plus x square plus 1, which is going to give you x square plus 1 by x square plus 1, which is eventually x square plus 2 by x square plus 1. Okay. Here we have question number 2. Here fx is given as x square plus x plus 1, and gx is given as sin x. So we have to find out fog and GOF, and we have to also show that they are not equal. So fx and gx, let us find out this. So what is fog? F of gx, that is gx, just put this sin x here, and now take sin x and put it inside fx. So sin x inside x square plus x plus 1. So you get sin square x plus sin x plus 1. Sin square x plus sin x plus 1. GOF. So what is GOF? G of fx. G of fx is x square plus x plus 1. So now this x square plus x plus 1 is your x. And this has to be replaced in place of x in sin x. What are you going to get? This is sin x square plus x plus 1. So the domain and range of first function is all real number. Real number is somewhat different, but we have already discussed x square plus 1, what it will give. Okay. Fx equals mod x. Prove that FOF is equal to F. FOF. FOF means f of fx. So fx is given as mod x. Okay. So here FOF, mod x is absolute value. So f of fx, f of mod x. Take mod x and put it inside your x. So it will be mod of x. That is, place this mod x inside x in the place of x. So are they same or not? Mod x and double mod x, they are same. Because how do you define a mod x? You define a mod x as x when x is greater than 0. X is greater than 0. And it will be negative of x if x is less than 0. Okay. So if you place one more mod, because for first mod it is already positive. After that you put how many mods you want. So it will always be equivalent to mod x only. So that is why FOF is equal to F. Question number 4. Fx is 2x plus 5, gx is x square plus 1. Be two real functions, then describe each of the following functions. So we have fog, GOF, FOF, F square. So that let us see one by one. First we will try to find out f of gx, that is fx. Fog x, sorry. So domain and range, you can see that domain is both real number, but the second gx, the range is 1 to infinity, because x square will always be positive. So even if it is 0, it is added with 1. So it will 1 and ahead. 1 and ahead. Okay. So let me just give you a brief idea, because it is very important that when we are trying to find out fog and Goff, it is very important that we understand that whether it is possible or not. The domain is real number for 2x plus 5. Range is real number. Domain is a real number. Range is 1 to infinity. So this is this subset, this is this subset. So let us try to find out the fog. F of fog is f of x square plus 1. And this is 2 into x square plus 1 plus 5. So it will be 2x square plus 2 plus 5. That is going to be 2x square plus 7. Now let us see G of x. So G of fx it is. So G of fx will be what? G of 2x plus 5. So 2x plus 5 square, because I am putting it here in x square plus 1. 2x plus 5 whole square plus 1. F is f of fx. So just put fx inside fx. That is 2x plus 5 in the place of x in 2x plus 5. So you get 2 into 2x plus 5 plus 5. So 4x plus 10 plus 5, which is going to be 4x plus 10 plus 5 is 15. 4x plus 15 you will get. Now f square x is simply f square x. You have f square. F square is what? Fx whole square. So you have 2x plus 5 whole square. And what is 2x plus 5 whole square? A square plus b square plus 2ab. Just use this formula. 4x square plus 20x plus 25. Now you see this third and fourth. They both are same. They both are same. So f and f square, they both are same. Third and fourth, they both are same. You see here. F is not, sorry, they are not equal. I'm so sorry. They are not equal. My bad. Okay, question number 5. Now you see here, question number 5 in one edition of the book is another question in another book of, because the editions are different. You may have different edition. So please remember, question number 5 in which I have is in some book. It is given as question number 7. So in respect of different editions being provided by R.D. Sharma, because they jumble up the numbers of the numbering of the questions. So you will see that in some edition it is question 7, somewhere it is question number 5. Okay, so coming to the question, fx is sin x and gx is 2x. So this is, the domain is all real number. Range is -1 to 1. We have already seen that sin x cos x is this range. And domain is real for 2x and range is also real number. So this is the subset of here. This R is subset of D. This is also R is subset of D. So fog and Goff both are defined. So Goff, let us find out Goff first. G of fx. So G of fx means G of sin x. So put it here, sin x. So you get 2 into x is sin x, 2 sin x. Now fog x means fogs. So f of gx. So f of gx is 2x. So put it here. Here, sine of 2x. Now they are not equal. 2 sin x and sin 2x. Sin 2x is actually equal to 2 sin x cos x. They are not same. Let me show you here also how you are going to put it. In what way? So Goff and fog, they are not equal. They are different. Question number 6 here. Okay, let me just check and tell you that fx, gx, hx, cos x. So question number 6 is actually the question number 9. Question number, somewhere it is question number 6, somewhere it is question number 9. So fx, gx and hx. So you have to prove that fog is equal to g of fh. G operation fh. So fog is f of gx. So what is gx? Gx is your 2x. So just replace in fx, which is sin x, in place of x place 2x. So sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. I just told you in the earlier question. And what about this g of fx? G of fx, but here it is g of fhx. What does that mean? fh is simply fx into hx. You just have to multiply these two. That is g of fh. So f is sin x, h is cos x, just multiply them. So g of fh you have to do. So g of cos x, sin x you have to do. So cos x, sin x. Now you have to put it inside gx, which is 2x, 2 into x. So just put it here, 2 sin x cos x here. 2 sin x cos x. Now this is 2 sin x cos x because it was sin 2x. This is also 2 sin x cos x. So both are same. For f operation of g is equal to g operation of fh. They both are same. How are you going to write it? Like this. F of gx is g of fhx. This is question number 7, but it is question number 11 in some of the additions. 7 is 11 in some addition. So if f be any real function and g be a function given by gx equals 2x, prove that gof is equal to f plus f. So as I indicated you, this is question number 11. So as I read the question, I need to highlight some certain things here. So gx is 2x. Prove that gof is equal to f plus f. Gof, as I said, I cannot write the question because some of the students, they are always pointing out that please write the question. But I cannot write the question here because that will be, R.D. Sharma's book. So that will be a copyright issue. He can give me a strike. So I cannot do that. And second thing is handwriting. So you need to adjust it. I hope you will do it. The gof is f plus f. F can be any function. Let us assume it to be fx. We don't know the function. So gof is g of fx. G of fx. Now take this fx and put it inside. Fx is fx. So put it in the 2x. Just replace x by fx. So 2 into fx. 2fx. So this can be written as fx plus fx because 2fx can be written as fx plus fx, which is essentially equal to f plus f. So gof is equal to f plus f. This is what we have to prove. So this is question number 5 in various addition. It is question number 8. So here we have fx as under root 1 minus x and gx is log x. These are two real functions. Then describe functions fog and gof. Fog and gof. That is f of gx and g of fx. So this is fx under root 1 minus x. So what is the domain? What all the value x can take which is valid. Means which will make this function valid. So under root a negative value we don't take because that will come under complex values. So we have the 1 minus x greater than 0. It has to be greater than 0. So x should be greater than what? Or negative x, if I take it here, x should be less than 1. So this is x less than 1. So we are talking about 1 to less than 1 means 1 to negative infinity. So in negative infinity to 1. So this will be the domain because all these values will be giving valid function value. And what about the range? So since it is root, it will always give you a positive value. So 0 to infinity, all the positive values you are going to get. Coming to log x, base is e. So this is gx function. So see here, we have domain and range. So what is the domain and range if you remember? I showed you already. So I told you already that this is the domain and range. Domain is 0 to infinity, 0 to plus infinity, and range is negative infinity to plus infinity. That is the real number. Real number is from negative infinity to positive infinity. So this is your range. So domain and range. So first we will find out Let us take g of x, g of fx. What does it mean? Gof means the range of f should be the subset of domain of g. So the 0 to infinity both are same. So this fog is defined in this domain. G of under root 1 minus x, take this under root 1 minus x and replace it in x of log x. Log base e under root 1 minus x. Now f of gx fog, that is the range of g should be the subset of the domain of f. The negative infinity to infinity and negative infinity to 1. So is this the subset? No. So this will only be defined in negative infinity to 1 because it is first seen that it is not the subset. Negative infinity to infinity is not a subset of negative infinity to 1. So this is not defined for this domain. So only negative infinity till 1 we can from this particular say stretch or this range, it is what we can find out the value. But how to find this value? We'll go to that question because the one question is coming, and we'll try to find out the actual domain how to get that. That will take in a short while. But for the time being, this f of gx would be f of gx is f of this gx. So this is log x. So just put this log x inside under root 1 minus x in place of x. So just put it here under root 1 minus. This is log x base is e. Question number 9. In certain addition, you will see it as question number 6. So two functions are given here. Fog and gof you have to describe. Fog and gof. So fx is equal to tan x. So tan x, we know the domain of tan x, range of this function. So the domain is all the real number except the odd multiple of pi by 2. And what is the range? Range are all the values. All is possible. So 10 pi by 2, 10 negative pi by 2, all these are not defined. You have to remove all these. Okay. So now we have gx. Gx is your under root 1 minus x square. Root of 1 minus x square. So if you see the domain, it is minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 since it is already given in the question. Negative pi by 2 to pi by 2 is already given in the question. So this is now coming to gx equals under root 1 minus x square. This 1 minus x square. So in negative, it cannot be negative inside. Under root, so it has to be positive. So 1 minus x square should be greater than or equal to 0. So just take this this is 1. X square should be less than or equal to 1. So how do you do this? I already told you it's under root of x square, which makes it as mod of x. Mod x means the axis is between negative 1 and 1. Negative 1 and 1. So the domain will be negative 1 to 1. So this is the domain. And what is the range? Now when you put negative 1 and 1, you are going to get 0. So this is the, you can say, a minimum value. And what is the maximum value? When x is 0. X is 0, you get 1. X is 1 or negative 1, you get 0. So 0 to 1 is the range, or 1 to 0 is your range. Okay. So if you see here, this range should be the subset of the domain of tan x. So pi minus negative pi by 2 is minus 1.57. Pi by 2 is 1.57. Right? So this real number, I'll just show you here. So negative infinity to positive infinity it is. Again the same thing what we see. The range, which is the real number, is not the subset of your negative 1 to 1. Right? But I'll tell you how to find out if this case is there when the range is not the subset of the domain. So how to do this, we'll just see. So f of gx, now let us find out fog f of gx. The range should be the subset of the domain. So Goff, in Goff, the range of f should be the subset of the domain of G. So I'll just tell you in a question coming how to do that, because we have to define for a range or a domain for which it is, say, legal or defined. But f of gx is simply f of under root 1 minus x square. Take this under root 1 minus x square and put it inside your, take this under root 1 minus x square, put it inside fx. So just put it here 10 under root 1 minus x square. In place of x, I replace under root 1 minus x square. And Goff x, g of fx. So g of fx means g of tan x. So just take tan x and put it inside where? Under root 1 minus x square. So in place of x, just put tan x. So 10 square x. Under root 1 minus 10 square x. So 1 minus 10 square x is sec square. It should be sec, but just keep it like that only. Okay. Question number 10, which is question number 8 in certain addition. So fx is under root x plus 3. Whenever we have under root or root of x something, domain should always be taken as positive. So x plus 3 has to be greater than 0. So x should be greater than minus 3. So if I take number line, the domain value is negative 3 to infinity. And domain is negative 3 to infinity. And range will be what? All positive values, because it is square root. Square root will always give you positive values. 0 to infinity you can just write, or you can write r plus also. R plus, just to say that r plus is all the positive numbers or all the positive real numbers. Now coming to the function which is x square plus 1. Gx is x square plus 1. So what is the domain? Domain has no problem, put any value. X can have any value. So domain will be all the real number. That is real number negative infinity to positive infinity. And what will be the range? Whenever you put a value, it will always be positive. So the least positive value is 0. It will start with 1. Always start with 1. The minimum value will be 1. And then it goes to infinity, because x square will be positive value. So 1 to infinity you will get. Okay. So fog and Goff, let us see. F of g. So the range of g should be equal to, the subset of the domain of f. So 1 to infinity is the subset of negative 3 to infinity. Yes, it is. Because 1 to infinity is inside negative 3 to infinity. This is f of g of x. So gx you take, and just take x square plus 1 and put it inside in place of x plus 3. Under root x square plus 1 in place of x plus 3, which is x square plus 4. Now Goff, g of fx. So 0 to infinity is coming inside the r, that is real number. So g of fx is possible. Okay, negative infinity, r is negative infinity to infinity. It is containing 0 to infinity. So g of under root x plus 3. So take under root x plus 3, place it in as x. So under root x plus 3 whole square plus 1. That is going to be x plus 3 plus 1, x plus 4 will be the answer. Okay. So this is question number 11 now. So what you have to understand here is, what I am going to tell you, the domain of f of f. Domain of f and domain of f of f. If you understand this very well, all the other parts, there are 4 parts actually. So you will be able to understand each and everything. F, FOF and FOF. FOF, FO, FOF. So the concept you need to understand. First, let us start with the basic function fx, which is your under root x plus x minus 2. The x minus 2 has to be greater than equal to 0. So x should be greater than or equal to 0, that x is greater than or equal to 2. So it should be either 2 or any value which is over 2, above than 2. So 2 to infinity. The fx is 2 to infinity is the domain. The domain is 2 to infinity. What about the range? As I said, all the positive values. The positive values you will take 0 to infinity. Okay. Domain range we have found out. When we are going to find out the FOF, f of fx. So now the domain and range, how it will change? Because I'll just show you. If I write again the fx, which is 2 to infinity is the domain, and the range is 0 to infinity. So 0 to infinity is not the subset of 2 to infinity. It is not the subset. Because 0 to infinity is here. 2 to infinity is not. In fact, 2 to infinity is the subset of 0 to infinity. I hope you got the idea. It is not the subset. So we have to devise a way or the domain on which it is defined, as I was telling you earlier also in earlier questions. So how to do this? So the way I'm going to tell you is, see here. So we have to apply all the 4 parts. It is going to be there, okay? So how do we write? Domain of FOF we are writing. Domain of f we have already found out. Now domain of FOF, f of fx, f of fx. So fx will go inside fx. Fx is a x for another f. So FOF is x such that x belongs to domain of f. I am writing in short. And fx belongs to domain of f. I hope you got the idea. Domain of f means, FOF means x is such that x is belonging to domain of f, and fx function is fx is belonging because inside x is belonging to domain of f, and fx is also belonging to domain of f. X and fx should both belong to domain of f. So now this same line I have written here in short. Okay. X is such that x belongs to, now what is the domain of f? We just found out domain of f is 2 to infinity. 2 is inclusive. Infinity should be round, okay. Now fx is under root x minus 2. This belongs to, what is the domain of f? Again 2 to infinity. 2 is inclusive. Infinity is not inclusive. So now take the second part. Please remember, and means proper and. X should belong to both of these. So x minus 2 belongs to 2 to infinity. So this is 2 to infinity. So it is more than 2. That is, it is greater than 2. Under root x minus 2 is greater than 2. So this is greater than or equal to 2. This means that only. Belongs to 2 into infinity means it is greater than or equal to 2. Now let us square both the sides. So x, I am squaring it. So x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 2 to the 4. So x is greater than or equal to this 4. 2 comes here. So it is 6. So x should be greater than or equal to 6. So x is such that x belongs to 2 to infinity, and under root x minus 2 belongs to 2 to infinity. I am replacing it with x should be greater than or equal to 6. Now we have to combine them. We have to take the and of this. Now see here. X is 2 to infinity in one case. For first one. For second one it is greater than or equal to 6. So 6 to infinity it is. So what is the intersection of these two? So the intersection is 6 to infinity. So finally the domain of FOF, f of fx, will be 6 to infinity. I hope you got the idea. If you understand this, everything will be understood. Please remember, domain of ff will be from 6 to infinity. 6 is inclusive. 6 to infinity it is defined, and then we will find out the fx because it is defined here for 6 to infinity. So we have taken the common intersection point. So FOF of x is f of fx. So take this under root x minus 2 and put it inside x of under root x minus 2. This x in under root x minus 2 has to be replaced by under root x minus 2. So you have under root and then under root x minus 2 minus 2. This is your FOF for f of fx. So now we have to find out for FOF for FOF, right? So now you have two f operation FOF. How to get the value? So one function is f, the other function is f of f. So that is one function is f, the other function is f of fx. So f domain we know, f of domain we know, both the domain we know. So the domain and range, when we take these two, they don't match, as I told you earlier also. So we have to now find out the domain which is matching these two. As the earlier discussion, if the domain doesn't match, we have to find out the AND of the domain so that FOF is defined for it. Okay. So fx, if you remember, the domain was 2 to infinity. Fx was 2 to infinity. And range was 0 to infinity. This you remember? Now when we come to the FOF already I told you, FOF was 6 to infinity, was the domain of FOF. FX domain 2 to infinity. FOF domain 6 to infinity. So let me write it as FOF and just call it as gx. So it is a function gx which is FOF and the domain is 6 to infinity. So what is the criteria here? The criteria here is FOF range should be the domain of 2 to infinity. Or if you take FOF bracket of f, that means 0 to infinity should be the subset of the domain of FOF, which is 6 to infinity. So 0 to infinity is not inside 6 to infinity. So the same thing we are going to do. Same thing which I just told you. So how to find out when the 6 to infinity is not coming inside 0 to infinity, or 0 to infinity is not coming inside 6 to infinity. So we will find out the domain of FOF, which is x is such that x belongs to the domain of FOF we are doing. So f operation FOF. So x belongs to domain of f and x, now the function fx belongs to domain of FOF. Okay. So x belongs to domain of f and fx belongs to domain of FOF. So x is such that x belongs to domain of f. Domain of f we know it is 2 to infinity. And what was fx, which was under root x minus 2? What is the domain of FOF? We already found out 6 to infinity. 6 is inclusive, infinity is not inclusive. So 6 to infinity it is. Now take the second part here. Under root x minus 2 belongs to 6 to infinity. Under root x minus 2 belongs to 6 to infinity. So it is greater than 6. 6 to infinity means it is greater than 6. Now square both the sides. You get x minus 2 greater than or equal to 6 square is 36. So x is greater than or equal to 36 plus 2, which is 38. So now 2 to infinity is 1, 38 to infinity the other, and we have to take the intersection of these two. So when we take the intersection, it will be 38 to infinity. So the domain of FOF is 38 to infinity. Right? 38 to infinity. Now you can do it easily. Now FOF, the domain of this is 38 to infinity. 38 is inclusive. So don't worry about FOF. That is quite easy to do. Main thing is to find out the domain for which it is defined. Now FOF you already know. It was under root x minus 2 of under root. Just put one more under root and just subtract 2 from here. There will be double under root inside this. Okay. So I just did 2 under root. It has to be one more FOF. So FOF of fx will be under root x minus 2 and then minus 2. 1 under root of x minus 2. One is for under root x minus 2, another for under root x minus 2, and another for under root x minus 2 under root x minus 2 minus 2. Okay. Then the other one is f square. We have to no FOF of 38 we have to find out. So here we have already defined FOF. What is FOF? The domain is 38 to infinity. Now FOF of 38 will be, we have already known that it is under root of x minus 2 minus 2 minus 2. So now we will just put the final values. So you know how good my handwriting is. So I'll just tell you directly in the final solution. I'll just show you, but let me just try it. Under root of under root, then x minus 2 here, minus 2, then minus 2, and then minus 2. One more for this. So just put x as 36 here, 38 here, 38, because f of 38 they are asking. So just take it here. Okay, 38 minus 2 is 36. 36 under root is 6. Okay, so this is 36. 6 minus 2 is 4, and 4 under root is 2. So 2 minus 2 will be 0. So this final will be FOF of 38 will be 0. The next will be f square. So it has no problem. We will deal with 2 to infinity, because if f is, the domain of f is 2 to infinity. So we just have to square this. Under root x minus 2 whole square, which is going to be x minus 2. Right? So all these domain 2 to infinity, then 6 to infinity, then 36 to infinity, all this, now you know how we can come up to this. Here it is just simply f square, under root x minus 2 whole square, and that is going to be x minus 2. So the FOF is not equal to f square. FOF is not equal to f square. This is what we have to finalize. FOF is not equal to f square. Right. So question number 12 here, and which is actually in some addition is question number 30. So FOF we have to find out, that is f of fx. So just watch it very carefully, that the fx is defined for, this is 0, this is 2, and this is 3. Now 0 to 2 is inclusive. It is 1 plus x. This is fx, which is 1 plus x. 2 to 3, again 2 is inclusive. So 2 is inclusive in first also and second also. Here I'll tell you what we have to do. So between 2 and 3, it is going to be 3 minus 6. 1 plus x. Between 0 and 2. 2 and 3, it is 3 minus x. Right? Okay. So what is the domain they have given? They are already given domain as 0 to 3, because there is no value below 0, there is no value above 3. So the domain is simply 0 to 3. So 0 and 3 both are inclusive. They are already given the 0 to 3. So what is the range? Now put 0 in 1 plus x. Put 3 in 3 minus x, because the lowest value is 0, highest value is 3. Just put this value and you'll find out the range. So when we put that this 0, because when we put 0, it is 1 plus x we are going to take. So 1 will be 1 from 1 plus x. So it will be, and when we put 3 inside 3 minus x, it will be 0. Okay, let me tell you again. 1 plus x, 3 minus x, minimum value is 0, maximum value is 3. So we have to put it inside 1 plus x, so it will be 0 plus 1, that is 1, and you have to put 3 inside 3 minus x when it comes to 2 to 3. So 3 minus 3 is 0, 1 and 0. 1, this range is 0 to 1, range is also known now. So now you see, when we try to find out FOF, what we are trying to deal with, f of fx, that is, we are trying to find the function of a function which are same, but they have two different ranges. So 0 to 1 comes under 0 to 3, 0 to 1 comes under 0 to 3. So this f of f is possible. This we have already checked. But the range is only 0 to 1. That is, we have to divide this 0 to 3 in 3 parts. That is, the range cannot, because 2 is inclusive in both of these. We cannot take it because 0 to 1 is coming between 0 to 3 and it is the subset of 0 to 3, 0 to 1. So we have to take 3 steps now. 0 to 1, because 2 is inclusive, so we have to take 0 to 1. 1 should be inclusive in the first one. Then 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. These are the 3 parts for which we have to separately find out f of fx. The first one, 1 is included. Second one, 1 is not included. So third one, 2 is not included. So we have a clear distinction of these 3. Okay, f of fx. So f of fx, that is f of fx 0 to 1, let us take. And 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So 0 to 1, what we are going to put? 1 plus x. And what you have to put inside this? 1 plus x. So you have to put 1 plus x inside this one in the place of x for 1 plus x. So 1 plus, in place of x we are placing and 1 plus x. So 2 plus x. So in between 0 to 1 you are getting 2 plus x. You got the idea? Now 1 to 2. 1 to 2. So in between 1 to 2, 1 plus x was already there, the fx, and you have to put it inside where? So you have to put inside this 1 plus x. You have 3 minus x, so you have to put it inside 3 minus x. So 3 minus 1 minus x. So you get 2 minus x. So 2 minus x. So 0 to 2 it is 2 plus x, because 1 plus x was placed inside 1 plus x. Then 1 plus x was placed inside 3 minus x, because we have changed the domain to 1 to 2. So now this is 2 to 3. So 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 0 to 1 is 1 plus x inside 1 plus x. 1 to 2 it is 1 plus x inside 3 minus x. And what is the third one? 2 to 3. Since we have 3 minus x, because 2 to 3 is giving you 3 minus x. It is 3 minus x. So 3 minus x, and in place of this you have to put 1 plus x, because 2 to 3 it is already 3 minus x. So you have 3 minus x. If you put this, it is going to give you what? No. So I'll just change 1 plus x. In 1 plus x should be, see, I'll just show you. In place of x, you are going to put 3 minus x, because 3 minus x is between 2 to 3. So 1 plus x, in place of x, you are going to put 3 minus x. It is going to give you 4 minus x. Okay? So this is the solution. Okay, this is all about this exercise. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.